Dylan Bibic, I'm 20 years old and I'm from Mississauga, Ontario. I'm a track endurance bunch racer, world champion 2022, and then track Champions League champion 2023. I have a pretty unique race style. I'm quick, almost as fast as like the sprinters. I think it makes for very entertaining racing.
Dylan Bibic of Canada taking the spoils, taking the victory. It's celebration for Bibic who takes the win.
Dylan's been talking the talk, and to be fair, he's walking the walk right now.
I was about 9 years old and I just really liked riding my bike. And I like to think I was pretty good at it as a 9-year-old.
I want to win the yellow jersey in the Tour de France.
Signed me up for like just a local race and I won the race.
So I was playing baseball and I said to my mom I didn't really want to do baseball anymore. I wanted to do cycling.
And as soon as you put him on the bike, it was just so natural and you knew something was there. Like they could tell by a pedal stroke. I couldn't understand it at the time, but we just fostered it.
Welcome to the town of Milton, Ontario, home to the Cisco Milton Pan Am Velodrome.
When the track opened in 2015, I was like the first youth cyclist basically to start riding. And Steve overlooked like the youth program.
Our Olympic silver medalist, the best Canadian ever to compete in this event.
Did you surprise yourself?
A little, but deep down, not really, because I think I had the confidence I could do it.
I remember, taking him to McMaster University to get tested. We did an maximum oxygen uptake test at 12 years old, and he did a phenomenal test. One of the coaches there says, "Steve, if you don't turn him into a world champion, you're doing something wrong, right?" Well, that's history now, but after the test, Dylan said, "Oh, I think I could have done better."
I guess probably the most prized possession would be this jersey Steve Bauer gave to me when I was really young.
What was the message that Steve wrote on that jersey?
One day it will be you, Dylan. He believes in me, and when people believe in me, it just gives me even more confidence, and I can't let them down.
I'm sure if you ask him, what's the next step for him after the Olympics, he probably says, I'm going to do the Tour de France.
When I get a jersey in the Tour de France, Steve is really high up on the list of getting it. Probably first even.
So you said when, not if. Is it
Yeah.
just a matter of time then?
Yeah, I truly believe I can do it. Yeah, it is just a matter of time.
Yeah, no, he's a winner. He's a winner for sure. No question about that. He's a fighter. He hates losing, I think.
I've never really had an issue with pressure. My first ever World Championships, our first ever race, I won.
Here goes the Canadian rider looking to give Canada the world scratch title as he drives clear. Canada take it with Dylan Bibic. What a performance by the Canadian.
Confidence can never hurt in a racing scenario. If you asked me like 5 years ago if I could do this, I'd say I think I could do it too.
He's a winner, so sometimes that confidence, cockiness, it's part of sport in a way. Sprinters, particularly guys that go head-to-head, man, they can't let down their guard for any second. It's a bit of everything, focus, strength, cockiness, confidence, tactics, it all counts.
So it's basically a formality that you're going to the Olympics, right, at this point? It's kind of
Yeah, it would be crazy if they didn't. In my opinion, it's a pretty low bar to qualify for the Olympics. What really means something is a medal. If I got a silver or bronze, I'd be just like neutral. I wouldn't be like really mad. But a gold I'd be pretty satisfied, yeah. I don't know what's at stake, but I really need to win in front of a home crowd. I think last year was a disappointment.
Is it too little too late? And it's Dylan Bibic stuck along the inside, the next to go. So it's a 7th place for the Canadian.
It's going to be a very competitive Nations Cup. There's also Ethan Hayter going, who's, in my opinion, probably the strongest right now. I think I need to race him, and this will set me up well for the Olympics to understand how I stand and things like that.
This weekend, we're in Milton, Ontario, Canada, the third and final stop of the UCI Track Cycling Nations Cup season. Night one about to get underway here at the Mattamy National Cycling Centre, and we are just moments away from getting competition underway.
I try to be as calm as possible, but I'm quite nervous for the race. But I think this just plays to my advantage. Adrenaline and stuff like that, from being nervous, it can help you in the race. I'm back to the point now where I think I can make 90% the best decision each time. It's all just about the decision making.
The elimination, straightforward. Don't watch the front. Watch the back. Every 2 laps will be an elimination sprint. And if you are the last over the line, you are eliminated. We are down to 5, and it's Mark Stewart on the front. Now the looks start to go. What's left in the legs? It is the Canadian Bibic at the back right now. He is going to leave it very late. It's Bibic trying to push late, and Bibic, does he do enough to hang on? No, he does not. And so the Canadian comes in 5th place. No, he doesn't. He survives. But Bibic, that was a big exertion. He has to pick himself right back up again and do it all over again. This time he has to get around Eric Martorell of Spain, and he does it again. Now down to 3. It's the Asian champion, Shunsuke Imamura, Mark Stewart of Great Britain, and Dylan Bibic of Canada. Stewart trying to come around. He's trying to beat Bibic, and I don't think he'll do it. And now it's a match sprint. But it's a match sprint involving 2 very tired cyclists. It is Bibic in front. Imamura, he is not letting this be a procession, but I think Imamura has given up, and Dylan Bibic takes one for the home side. The 20-year-old who calls this velodrome home has 2 races in Nations Cup and 2 wins this season. One might think he could be one of Canada's best shots for a medal this summer.
Just winning in front of the home crowd, like, it's a great feeling. First time I think I've ever done it, like, in a world setting. It's great to see all the fans, and it's really nice to see them cheer me on, and maybe I've inspired some youth.
Night 2 here at the Tissot UCI Track Nations Cup as the countdown to Paris and the Summer Olympics edges one day closer.
If you are to tune in on any track cycling race, I think you need to watch the Omnium. If you win the Omnium, you're generally overall the best track cyclist.
Race number 1 of the 4-race Omnium coming up. Certainly a supremely confident young man, the 20-year-old. He has promised so much potential. But here comes Dylan Bibic of Canada. Bibic makes the move on the outside round the final turn. It is Bibic leading Tour Danes, and it's going to be Kuboki.
That's a good finish.
Wow. And Bibic is closing. He's pulling a number of cyclists with him. And Bibic now getting the point there.
Big move.
Dylan Bibic, the Canadian, sitting in 4th right now, 10 points off of the lead. And yesterday's elimination winner, Dylan Bibic, is pinned in on the inside there. Now he's sitting at the back. He did say yesterday in an interview he did like to live dangerously. He was scared a few times. And he said that's what the fans like, though, and they certainly appreciate the effort here as Dylan Bibic goes last to first. It's very close for the elimination. Nothing left.
He's done.
Yeah.
So he will finish fourth.
He knows he's up there. I want to save it.
One more race in the men's Omnium. It is the points race. Fourth of 4. Hayter and Kuboki on 108 points. But Hayter in first by virtue of winning that last race. Benjamin Thomas just 6 points adrift. And then Bibic in fourth on 94.
A lot of the time, it might not work out, but if you just go all in and put all the chips on the table and just give it your best, there's a good chance you could win still.
This is the fourth of 4 races, and so all points earned in this race go to that overall standing. And so you can win the race, but you may not win the Omnium. And so I say this, buckle up. There is the Canadian, the hometown boy. This is very much his home velodrome. Man inspired by watching track cycling here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the front as we hit the bell, and it's Bibic, the Canadian, leading this one around. Tim Waffler of Austria with him. Bibic trying to hold off the challenge. Thomas trying to launch an attack around the outside again to get 5 points, but Bibic is responding, and it will be the Canadian picking up a big 5 points. Bibic hits the century mark on 100 points. Thomas' single point keeps him at 9 points ahead of Bibic in a bronze medal position.
Come on, kid. You got this. Get up there.
Chaos as everybody's fighting for various positions. So many little battles taking place on the track right now. One more sprint to go. Hayter looks like he is on his way to gold, and there we go. There is the Omnium winner. Ethan Hayter of Great Britain wins the men's Omnium, 163 points. Kazushige Kuboki, the silver medal, with 150. And Benjamin Thomas of France takes bronze. Canada's Dylan Bibic in fourth on 121.
I have the feeling that I'm right there for an Olympic medal. I tried to pick away at them throughout the race, just getting points, but they were much more fit than me. I think hats off to those 3. They're amazing. I'm somewhat satisfied. I think I know I'm right there. Like this is basically the field of the Olympics, missing like 1 or 2 people. I'm just right there. I'm so close, and I know with the right training and just the right preparation, I can get a medal. Like I've never been more confident.